Bhawanipur Education Society College is proud to reveal the Bhawanipur Way of Life, learning for leadership and liberal values.
Goal setting. Hello BIites, welcome to this video series which helps you to enhance your personality. My name is Richa Maheshwari and this is your daily dose of learning at Bhawanipur College. So stay tuned. Agenda. Well, in this topic we would be covering first, how to define and establish our goals. Second, smart goal setting with examples. Third, goals for different areas of our life. Physical, family, career, spiritual, financial, etc. And fourth, 5 facts about goal setting. Now let's talk about what is a goal. Well, goal setting is a powerful process of thinking about your ideal future and for motivating yourself to turn your vision of this future into reality. Goal setting is an important method of A. Deciding what you want to achieve in your life. B. Separating what's important from what's irrelevant or a distraction. And C. Motivating yourself. Setting smart goals. Now, goal setting is the single most important life skill that unfortunately most people never learn how to do properly. Goal setting can be used for every single area of your life, including financial, physical, personal development, relationships, or even spiritual. Well, according to Brian Tracy's books, Goal, fewer than 3% of people have clear, written goals and a plan for even getting there. Some people blame everything that goes wrong in their life on something or someone else. Successful people instead dedicate themselves towards taking responsibility for their lives, no matter what the unforeseen or uncontrollable events. Smart way of setting goals. Now friends, let's take a look at what is the SMART goal. A very useful way of making your goals more powerful is to use the acronym SMART. Let's see what SMART stands for. S stands for specific or significant. M stands for measurable or meaningful. A stands for attainable or action oriented. R stands for relevant or rewarding. And T stands for time bound or trackable. For example, instead of saying something like this, to sail around the world as a goal, it's more powerful to use the SMART goal. For example, I have completed my Europe trip in which I have seen 8 countries by December 31st, 2020. Obviously, this will only be attainable if a lot of preparation has been completed beforehand. And this will help you set goals that motivate you, set SMART goals, set goals in writing always, make an action plan and review your progress every 15 days. And last not the least, stick with it. Your goal statement must start with the I. It must always be in a present tense. It must always have deadlines. Goal sheet must have a date and your signature. So for example, I have completed my Europe trip in which I have seen 8 countries by December 31st, 2020. There you go, you have everything whatever we've spoken about here. Setting lifetime goals. Well friends, the first step in setting a personal goal is to consider what you want to achieve in your lifetime or at least by a significant and distant age in the future. Setting lifetime goals give you the overall perspective that shapes all other aspects of your decision making. Well, to give you a broad, balanced coverage of all important areas in your life, try to set goals in some of the following categories or in any of the other categories of your own where they are important for you. Now students, I would really want you to remove a notepad and a pen and introspect on the following questions. Career. What level do you want to reach in your career or what do you really want to achieve in your career? Financial. How much do you want to earn, by what age or stage, and how is this related to your career goals? Education. Is there any knowledge you want to acquire in particular? What information and skills will you need to have in order to achieve the other goals? Family. Do you want to be a parent? If so, how are you going to be a good parent, and how do you want to be seen by a partner or by members of your extended family? Physical. Are there any athletic goals that you really want to achieve, or do you want to have a good, deep health into your old age? What steps are you going to take in order to achieve this? Well friends, I do hope you have introspected in all of these points, because that's a very essential part of goal setting. While we may set these goals, they will only work when you work towards them every single day of your life. 5 facts about goal setting. Well, these practical tips on goal setting can definitely make it easier for you to set and reach your goals in life. The first is specific, realistic goals work really the best. When it comes to making a change, the people who succeed are those who set realistic, specific goals. I'm going to recycle all my plastic bottles, soda cans and magazines is a much more doable goal than I'm going to do more for the environment. And that is what makes us stick to our goal. Second, it takes time for change to become an established habit. It will probably take a couple of months before any changes show up. For example, getting up half an hour early to exercise becomes a routine part of your life. That's because your brain needs time to get used to that idea, and that new thing you're doing becomes a part of your daily regular routine. Third important thing is repeating a goal makes it stick. Say out your goal loud each morning to remind yourself that what you want and what you're working for. Writing it down definitely works as well. Every time you remind yourself of your goal, you're training your brain to make it happen, and that is miracle. Fourth, pleasing other people doesn't really work. The key to making any change is to find the desire within yourself. You have to do it because you want it, not because a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a coach, a parent or somebody else wants you to do it. It will be harder to stay on track and motivated if you are doing something out of an obligation to another person. So make it very, very personal for yourself. Fifth, roadblocks don't mean failure. Slip-ups are actually part of the learning process as you retain your brain into a new way of thinking. It may take a few tries to reach a goal, but that's okay. It's normal to mess up or give up a few times when trying to make a change. So remember, every slip-up doesn't have to beat your motivation. Just remind yourself to get up and get back on the track. Well, it's now time to summarize the module on goal setting. These are the following things that we have learned by the end of this particular module. The SMART way of goal setting. S stands for specific or significant. M stands for measurable or meaningful. A stands for attainable or action-oriented. R stands for relevant or rewarding. T stands for time-bound or trackable. There are many different ways of setting your goals. Goals for family, educational goal, financial goal, as well as career goals. Well, there is no set limit to the goals that you can set. The goal statement must always start with the I. It should always be in the present tense. You must have deadlines for your goals, and your goal sheet must have your date and your signature. I would like to end this quote by saying, goals in writing are dreams with deadlines. Well friends, I do hope you have enjoyed listening to this particular module on goal setting. So go ahead and set your goals. Thank you very much for watching us.